And now, the general weather around Alaska.
Up first here, there's a winter weather advisory out for tonight into about 4 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. A snow advisory here for several more inches of snow, upper Tanana Valley 40-mile country, and mainly in the White Mountains north of Fairbanks and a little bit to the west there. And then there's a high wind watch out for the Prince of Wales Island area for tonight, and also for Annette for south winds gusting as high as 60 miles an hour. And again, Prince of Wales Island through tonight in Monday morning, and Annette Island Monday morning. Again, for those winds, it could cause damage with downed trees and power lines possibly. Again, gusts 60 miles per hour. And from there, you can see not a lot going on out here over the Bering Sea. Some wispy clouds coming across the northern Bering, and then some more moisture back out to the west, but not too bad here across the Aleutians. And then back into some clouds here over the Alaska Peninsula, clearing today with some sunshine. Portions of Kodiak Island into the Alaska Peninsula, dry over the western interior areas, and then the clouds and snow here over the eastern interior with rain all the way down into northern Cook Inlet and the Kenai Peninsula, gradually ending to the southwest there. Things slowly drying out from southwest to northeast a little bit, but that main flow pulling back to the northwest, so it's taking a while to do so. And then the next big storm down here south of the Queen Charlotte Islands, that's the one that's going to be tracking north and then northwest over the next 24 hours and bring the high winds into the southern southeast coast. Another round of heavy rain. On the chart today, there's that system there well southwest of the Queen Charlotte Islands, but tracking north-northwestward. Trough here bringing the moisture into south central Alaska, North Gulf Coast, areas of Copper River Basin, on up into the Tanana Valley there. Dry back out to the west with some clearing all the way down to Kodiak Island, and some light snow showers moving onshore from the northeast there along the eastern central Arctic coastal areas. Nothing going on out here over the Bering Sea, high pressure out there to the west, and that keeping generally north to south flow with some cool breezes, but not too cold. Highs in the 40s here all the way down to the eastern Aleutians. And that pattern holds through tonight. High pressure here keeping this system to the south, and this weak trough mostly to the north, kind of sliding eastward slowly but not making too much progress. Stays dry with the best chance of clearing here over the west, and then still some snow shower activity. You can see drying out considerably here, especially after midnight tonight here, southern Alaska into the Copper River Basin, but areas of snow showers and light snow continuing in the central and eastern interior north of the Alaska Range. Same pattern along the Arctic coast, east-northeast flow coming across the open waters of the Arctic Ocean, dropping some snow showers on the Arctic coast, light snow showers. And then this storm bringing the heavy wind and rain into the Panhandle as it tracks north and then starts to pull to the northwest. See, for tomorrow, that moves to just about south of Yakutat in the afternoon. Strongest winds now shift up to the central and north coast, diminishing over the southern Panhandle. But a good shot of rain coming in, then that'll start tapering off here in the afternoon as the front moves inland and well into Canada there, and starts to dry out with some clearing here over south central Alaska, maybe even Prince William Sound, definitely Kodiak Island, with gusty west-northwest winds through the western Alaska Range passes. Kind of a breezy day for Kodiak Island. Light winds, dry conditions, cool temperatures here over the western part of the state. Best chance of snow, Alaska Range northward across the central and eastern interior. And not much going on out here to the west. Finally, some system does come into the picture here, way up here to the northwest on Tuesday. So that keeps the winds light and variable, or at least light here with dry conditions over the southern Bering Sea, all of the Aleutians, even the eastern Bering up to St. Lawrence Island. Weak low up here near Kotzebue Sound may produce some light snow or flurries there for the Bering Strait and northern Seward Peninsula, maybe back along the western Arctic coast. Cloudy with areas of light snow or snow showers up over the north slope, eastern Arctic coast, Brooks Range down in the central interior. And still some shower activity here over the Copper River Basin, rain and snow along the North Gulf Coast, and showery, but much lighter winds and a lot lighter precipitation coming up for the southeast coast on Tuesday. Lows down that way tonight, mostly in the 40s, otherwise 30s here. South and east of the Alaska Range, upper 30s Kodiak Island, and then down to 25 to 30 for Bristol Bay, mid 30s for the Pribilofs, lower 40s for the Aleutians, and in the 20s, teens and 20s, central interior, 0 to 15 for the Brooks Range, with 20s along the Arctic coast. Highs for tomorrow, lower 30s for the Arctic coast, some areas in the upper 20s, especially on the west side, 15 to 25 for the Brooks Range, and central interior, upper 20s to lower 30s, and 45 to 50 here for south central Alaska with increasing sunshine in the afternoon, mid 40s Kodiak Island, and in the 50s here for the southeast coast. And for the lows on Tuesday morning, 10 to 20 for the Brooks Range, teens here over much of the western interior, and more in the 20s, or 15 to 20 here, or into the 20s, lower to mid 20s for the east central interior areas. South of the Alaska Range, 30 to 35, upper 20s to Copper River Basin, mid 40s for the southeast coast, and near 40 for the Aleutians. And then the highs Tuesday afternoon, about the same here, 50s for the southeast coast, and upper 30s to lower 40s south central Alaska, generally staying below the frost point in the central interior, 20s for the Brooks Range, North Slope, and then lower 30s for the Arctic coast, 45 to 50 for the Pribilofs and the Aleutians.